What I'm about to say? Well, this is a big deal, Canada.
This is a big thing.
This has never happened in Canadian journalism ever. I'm going to try to summarize this in about a minute. The other day, Pierre Poilievre said this.
That's why it's time to put forward a motion for a carbon tax election.
CTV took that clip and changed his words.
That's why we need to put forward a motion. It's time to, that's why we need to.
Now, why would they do this? Why not? They've been doing it for years. They just have never been called out on it. Until now. Poilievre stood up and said, not so fast, CTV. You better fix this. How did CTV respond? They apologized, but took absolutely no responsibility for it. And then the dagger by Poilievre. If you don't admit to fake news, we will never speak to you again. No statements, no interviews, no calling upon you for questions during media scrums. And CTV went, what? And what did CBC say during all this? Well, they more or less stuck up for CTV. CBC told you CTV can never admit to fake news. Why? He tells you why.
But to demand that they apologize for the malicious nature of the editing, to admit to a malicious intent here, that's a demand that's difficult for a news agency to accept. Malice in libel cases in journalism is the death sentence for a news organization. I don't know how any news agency could agree to that, and I'm not sure the facts as we know them bear that out. But
one anchor on CBC went, Pfft, CTV did nothing wrong. Poilievre, he's nothing but a conspiracy theorist.
Now, there's also the assumption of intent on the part of what happened internally at Bell, which is, I'm going to say it, verging on conspiracy theory. Because you don't know at this point what happened. You're just making the assumption that this is what happened.
Yeah, you can't make it up. So the dust settles, and everybody's looking at CTV. Are you going to do anything? What are you going to do? They're not going to do anything. Even I thought they're not going to do anything about this. But they did. They admitted to fake news. I'm blown away. Last night, they issued this statement. We did an investigation. We found that 2 members of the CTV news team are responsible for altering a video clip, manipulating it for a particular story. Their actions, unacceptable, violation. Those guys that did this, well, they're fired. They're no longer members of the CTV news team. And I thought, good on you, CTV. That's not suicide. You can never go wrong when you admit fault and tell the truth.
What's that?